Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today I want to show you folks is how to stucco in a door sill. The fella here, we did some work for him before, he says, "Hey Kirk, this door sill is pretty rotten." So I came and I looked at it, I said, "Yeah, it's a goner, man. It's easy to fix though. Just put yourself some polyurethane caulking, put another piece of door trim." He said, "Well, can you stucco it?" And I said, "Absolutely." So what I've done, folks, is I've taken my hammer, and wear some glasses if you're going to do this, guys, and I've chipped everything, chipped all the stucco here. You see how it's popping up? Get all that loose stuff off. I've already been doing this for about 15 minutes, and I won't bore you with it. And then what we do after we do that is we wire brush it. Now what I do is I want to score this, because if he puts a wood trim in here, that's easy. You just pop it in there. But if I put stucco in here, the stucco has got to adhere, and stucco will not adhere to dust. So we've got to get all this dust out of here. Here's a tip, guys, if you're ever going to apply a bonding agent like what I'm going to use, and I'm using Larson's by Weldcrete. This blue stuff is, we buy this at the professional material yards like Close, West Side Building Materials in Oakland. There's Close in Hayward. There's Stucco Supply in San Jose. They all have this Weldcrete stuff. If you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you can buy a bonding agent. It's usually white, and what I'm doing is I'm going full strength with this bonding agent because I want it to adhere. Plus, this removes any excess residue of dust and stuff like that. So we put it on full strength. We let it set. And then Jay's going to mix up some stucco, and I'm going to fill this up, but you guys don't have to wait because we're going to click to that in a minute. Here's another tip, guys, what I was talking about earlier. If you ever put a bonding agent on your brush, dip it in a bucket of water and clean it off. See this really nice brush? Somebody dipped it in bonding agent, didn't clean it all off. They used a water hose instead of doing what I'm doing. You put it in a brush and you go back and forth. This guy is kind of a goner, but throw it in gasoline, that'll fix that. Anyhow, now I'm going to give this about 10 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and fill this up with stucco. I'll show you how simple this stuff is, guys, and it'll last forever. You never have to change it like a piece of wood. Now that we got that bonding agent on there, I'll take a little trowel here. Jay mixed me up some pretty good mud. I'm just going to throw it on there. Give you guys an idea. It doesn't have to be pretty because I'm going to trowel it on in a second. And after I trowel this on, what I'm doing, I'm just coming up underneath that door. Remember, guys, that door's got to open. And do you need to do this? No, you can use wood. But the fella asked me to do it, so I'm going to do it. One thing about doing this, guys, is you never have to change that threshold again. What I'm doing is I'm giving it a little bit of a curve. That way, when someone steps out on it, it won't trip. Say, we don't want anybody to trip on this. All right. Let's see here. Make it uniform. Make it consistent. A little bitty trowel here. Get it just where we want it. And that's about right. And then what I'm going to do now is just put a little float on it. If I just leave it like this with a trowel finish and not float it, it'll crack when it dries, which is not a big deal, but at least they don't have this problem here. That's you heard the expression, break like a rotten stick. Anyway, now what I'm going to do is just give it a float finish. Float finish is just bring the sand out. That way when you walk on it, it's not too slippery. I take this guy here and just come here, there, and pretty it up a little bit. Give it a little bit of a slope. With that door in the way, it makes it a little bit rougher. If they were home, I'd say, "Hey man, open the door. That way I can take my float and just go up it." But nothing we can't handle. We come here, float it out like so. And now, guys, you have a permanent fix where water is not going to bother it. Water can set on this forever. And again, they're going to paint this too. Anyway, there it is, guys. Permanent. Water slopes off it. When you step out, you still have a little bullnose type of ridge. Anyhow, guys, that's pretty simple. You need a lot of different tools to do such a simple fix. It took me more time to get the tools ready than to do the actual job, but sometimes that's what it is on little bitty things like this. Anyhow, guys, my name is Kirk, Jason on the camera. And as usual, we'll see you guys on the next fix.